Hey, I just have a quick minute while both my kids are asleep, so I wanted to share with you guys the new releases I got in my box yesterday, kind of give you an idea of what you can expect from the quality and what's inside, and get you excited for these new releases because they're a lot of fun. First up is Baby's Very First Sight and See Farm. This is a great addition to our Sight and See books and our Baby's Very First books, and they also incorporate some of these finger trails that are really great for the kids and just beautiful illustrations in here. We have two new titles, I Want to Be a Lion Tamer and I Want to Be an Astronaut. These are more of those really good high quality board books. They're really fun because it's really great at promoting the imagination for the kids. And the story's just about a couple of kids talking about what different jobs they'd have, what they do, and different adventures they go on, and it's just a great read. We have a new peek inside. I love this one. It's a little bit smaller, and fits in your hand really nice, but I love this because the cutouts go through multiple pages, so you get a lot of depth in these as you're flipping through the pages and reading the story, and the illustrations are really fun. And it incorporates a couple of these flaps within the story too, so that's great. What Makes It Rain is a new Lift the Flap. It's geared towards a little bit of the younger end as our other question and answer books, and it's super educational. The illustrations are really fun. We get more of these flaps and great information in here, and it also incorporates some of these like sort of semi-cutouts and some of the finger trails that the little kids just love. Big Book of the Body. We have tons of body books, and they're really popular. We can't keep them in stock, so here's another one that's great to recommend if they're lift the flap, see inside, look inside bodies are out of stock. And I really like these big body books. They have the pretty thick pages that are really durable, and we have these awesome foldouts that are just huge with tons of information, and this is like life size for my son. It's huge compared to him. Okay. Then we have Who's Ready to Play and lots of other questions. This is a really, really fun book. All of the pages are have the same animals on it. So it says Who's Swapped Places, and the next one says Who's Ready for Lunch. And so the same animal, same situation, but the kids have to kind of go through and see, okay, what's different about this page than the one before? And it kind of quizzes them and tests their memory, and really great for brain development. And then they can go through and tell their own story with these cute little animals in it. Okay, the Shine a Light books might be some of my absolute favorite of our Usborne books. Here are two of the new titles in the Shine a Light series, and super educational, great illustrations, just what you would expect. And they're super fun. I really like that the background images that the light shines through are starting to be a little bit more engaging, I think. A little bit more going on, a little bit more text to read as you're figuring out, when that scene is revealed, you're getting a little more information. One of my son's favorite books is I'm a Dirty Dinosaur, and here's an edition, I'm a Hungry Dinosaur. It's the same size, same kind of thick plasticky pages as the other one. It's got the cute illustrations painted in mud again, and we have sort of the same like cadence and beat and rhythm to this story as the other one, and it's really fun read. Too Many Tomatoes. This is one I almost didn't get because my cart was getting huge, but I checked at the Kane Miller sneak peek site and I looked at this book and I fell in love with it. And that's a really great resource. If you guys can't get your hands on these books, look at that site and see those sneak peeks. Anyway, I also like the shape of this book. It's a little bit different than our other ones and just makes for some variety. Has great illustrations in here, and all of the words are really bold and black, and they're easy to find on the page. Great for kids learning to read. And there's a lot of repetition too, the word tomato. See if they can identify that word on every page. And it's just a really fun, sweet story. You guys know all about Billy B. Brown. We have for the 4 to 7 age range, and then like the 9 to 12 age range, a couple of her books. And this is geared more towards preschoolers and those just barely learning how to read. It has a little bit more illustrations in it and not quite as many words. There's also some variation in the words as you can kind of create that visual interest on the page with the words along with the pictures. Chapter books, 2 new series, as well as additional books in existing series that we already have. These are both geared for the older age range. I'm excited. I haven't read them yet. Something I like about these, though, are the other chapter books we have are more like adventure, sci-fi, and like animal related, and these are a little bit more like adventure and fantasy side, so just kind of gearing towards a different genre. The beginning nonfiction readers are awesome. I love those books. And here are 2 new ones, and these are actually geared again towards a younger age range than the other beginner books. and they have gorgeous illustrations in these, but more picture heavy and less on the words, and still super informative. I was learning a lot when I was reading through these, and just a little bit easier to read and follow along with. It makes the younger kids feel like they're accomplishing so much reading those nonfiction books. Alright, 5-minute bedtime stories. This has the like kind of cushy binding, squishy cover, and the ribbon bookmark like we see in our illustrated classics. And these are just really sweet stories. Of course, the 2 pages they open don't have the illustrations on, with tons of illustrations. The illustrations in these are just gorgeous. And the stories are a little bit shorter, so if your kid has a short attention span, these are great to read to them as they're going to bed, and just really exciting, and I really like those. First sticker book, Nature. This one has, again, gorgeous illustrations. I'm just so impressed with Usborne and the quality they achieve, not just in like the physical quality of the books, but also the intellectual quality, and they just really take their time figuring these out. The stickers in these books are a little bit bigger, I think, so it makes it easier for smaller hands, and I really love these. They're still like cartoony, but they're a little bit more realistic than some of the other books, and there's some obscure animals in there, so they're going to be learning a lot about these animals while they're playing with their sticker books. We have 2 new activity books, space activity books, knights and castle activity books. These have a lot of different types of things in them. There are sticker pages, there are coloring pages, there's quizzes and puzzles, and black and white pages that's just straight up, different sort of activities in here. And those are great, really fun for those too. We have a bunch of these new smaller books that are puzzles and brain games, and they're great, perfect for a quiet bag. They're a little smaller, easier to manage, fit in a purse, fit in a knapsack really well, diaper bag, whatever. And they just have a bunch of different puzzles and games and different things for the kids to do. And in the back there are the solutions too. So if they can't figure it out, if you can't figure it out, you have some help. We have this Cut and Color Playbook Seasons. This is really fun. You have different layered pictures that you're going to be building. So it shows you the page, it gives you some examples, you color on the page and you fill it in, and then on the back of the page it shows you where you're going to cut out, and then you're going to place all of these pieces on top of each other and create this really cool layered image. A Year in My Life. This is a really fun journaling book. Sorry, I've said the word fun a ton of times. These are all really fun books. These have just a prompt for every day of the year, a question it's going to ask you. Here's a beak, attach it to something. Try to tell a story in 5 words. Make up a diary entry for your journal. What did you do today? What did you say? Do a scribble of something that's just happened. Sort of little prompts like that with ideas for having them document just what's going on in their lives and things. It's really fun. It'd be kind of cool to get a couple of those and have your kid do them every year or so and see how their life has changed. Last but not least, we have these coloring books, which are super awesome. First of all, the foil on the cover is gorgeous. These are a little bit different than our other coloring books. The inside is entirely black and white. There's no color in here. There's no suggested patterns. It's just black and white, fill in with whatever you want. They're a lot more detailed too, so it's a little bit more appealing, I think, towards like older crowds or adults. And I got some of these for me because it's a great de-stressor, and just, I'm going to say it again, a lot of fun. Anyway, so these are a lot of our new releases. Let me know if you have questions about any of them, if you want to see any in more detail, if you want a video of the inside. I'm going to try to get some new videos going that you guys can use at your parties, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what to expect. See you later.